Good morning, Holotable heroes, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. In today's episode, we will be covering the brand new Galactic challenge that has been dropped on us on this fabulous Friday morning. Let's get galactically challenged. Today's Galactic challenge is on Navarro with Dadbod Boba and his bounty hunter buddies. Brilliant, beautiful. Anyway, the global modifier is Remnant of Power. When a character inflicts a debuff, they gain a stack of Imperial rule, which is going to be increasing their offense and potency by 2% per stack, which is quite nice. The droids have got Protocol Exterminate. Our allies have gained an additional 30% offense, and whenever they crit, they are going to be inflicting target lock on the enemy for 2 turns, which is fantastic for a GG droid team, although he doesn't gain the benefit of that extra offense as his damage is based on his max health. Big sad. Our enemies have the Thrill of the Hunt modifier, which provides them with 10 stacks of true defense, which stacks up a crazy amount of defense at the start, and every time we deal damage to them, that defense percentage is going to get lower and lower. Whenever a bounty hunter gains their payout, they also gain Frenzy for 1 turn and have 100% additional damage output, so don't let them hit contract. But it's okay though, because feats today, ladies and gentlebeans, are rather achievable. Win with a full team of droids, win without using special abilities more than 3 times, and win with no leader in the leader slot. This sounds a lot like Conquest right now, and we love Conquest. Okay, we're going to get these done in 2 teams, as I don't like to try to do it all in one. Let us begin. So the team that we will be using is GG8. A BB8 lead means that we satisfy the no leader requirements, and then I'm going in with General Grievous, B1, Magna Guard, and B2. Now my B2 is a little bit squishy, so I had to try this a couple of times so that you didn't just straight out die to AoEs, but it is certainly possible. Few things that you need to consider is that Bosk sucks because he will be trying to taunt, and there's lots of AoE damage available. So I'm going to start off trying to get some AoE damage out myself and put out as many debuffs as possible. Now we need to think about trying to control people. So I'm going to try and get the stun on Scion of Django, and then I'm just looking to pass as much target lock around as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and put Tenacity down, and let's see if we can... I probably should have stunned Tenacity down and resisted the stun. I love this game sometimes. Okay, Bosk has officially taunted, and we do not have our AoE on cooldown, off cooldown rather. Little bit unfortunate there. We survived that big hit, which is lovely. And now we can strip those buffs. Beautiful. And hopefully we'll get more AoEs out very, very shortly. Let's get some additional target lock. Let's get some additional speed up. Now, I like to try and kill IG-88 first for a number of reasons. 1 is that he deals a lot of damage. 2 is that he's actually quite squishy. So it's in your interests, ladies and gentlemen, to try and deal with him as quickly as possible. Specials, as often as possible, will help BB-8 reach that wonderful Illuminated Destiny, which is just going to give us a bunch of turn meter. Oh, joy of joys, we've managed to successfully hit IG-88 out of existence. Next up, I'm going after Scion of Django, not because I want to kill him, but mostly because the AoE damage should deal quite handedly with all these side adds. So let's just keep going here. I'm going to stack the damage. Stack the damage. There we go. Looking pretty. Keeping my B2 alive whenever possible. Roly roly. Now don't forget, Bosk can taunt, and when he taunts he does cleanse, which is a little bit irritating, so even if you've got buff immunity on him, he will still survive and get that taunt up. Scion of Django's nearly down. We've hit a second Illuminated Destiny. Let's just keep the healing train a-rolling. AoEs for days. Slapping down Scion of Django once. He does have Bounty Hunter's Resolve, obviously. Unfortunately, we can't heal up BB-8. So he is going to die sooner or later. Let's do some more AoEs, try and kill 2 people. It's a 2 for 1. Those are my kind of offers. I love to see it. Let's see if we can get rid of Dengar. So we're just left with Scion of Django right now. And then it shouldn't be any issues from here. We've got far too much firepower for one old man to deal with. Beautiful. So that will give us almost every single feat. The only feat that we need to do now is win without using more than 3 special abilities in a game. And this is super, super easy. Anybody that has tried to do, I think it's called Cheap Tricks is the name of the feat. Anybody that's tried to do it in the past will know that Rebels is the solution. And it's not a galactically challenged video with your boy Scribble unless he features Rebels in one way or another. Now, I do have a lot of relic levels on these guys. They're all R7, I want to say, apart from C-3PO. Poor guy is languishing at R5. But the technique here is to, like, what you do is you go into this auto place and you just go auto basic. And that's it. Like, you can use 3 special abilities, but Rebels are that good. They are that good. You don't need. Specials are overrated. Specials are definitely overrated. Counterattacks are going to do half the battle. We're getting exposes from our boy C-3PO. We're getting absolutely nutty damage output and control and recovery. You'll be done in no time. Not even Dengar can hold on. Little banner-stealing thief. Easy. Another methods of doing cheap tricks is with the following team. Beskar, Armor, Mandalorian alongside Cat, Dash, IG-11 and Queel. Now, we will be using some special abilities here, but it's only going to be 3. Now, make sure you don't start out the game using any specials. You want to wait until you've gone into Whistling Bird stance with Beskar Armor Mando. That's 1 special there. We are now officially in Whistling Birds. Next up, we need to get a turn over to our boy Dash. Dash will use his AoE, and that then will trigger the maximum stacks possible. That's special number 2. 20 stacks of Whistling Birds are now active, and then the final special is going to come from our boy Bam, and he's just going to unleash on Boba Fett. That should kill him, and he won't get a revive. They've lost Dengar as well, which is lovely. After this, we're just going to go into auto and basic and watch as the game unfolds. There's so much damage in this team thanks to Cat giving 50% additional offense, and characters like Dash and Bam have crazy, crazy damage. So it should be very easy for you to accomplish it this way. Now, I imagine that you can do this without Cat, but it will be a lot harder because you're missing out on all that extra offense. And finally, for cheap tricks, we are going to be using Imperial Troopers. I'm going in with a standard Veers lead with Piet, Dark Trooper, Range Trooper, and Death Trooper as my 5th, but you can probably be flexible with that one. Again, we are going to use some specials here. Most notably, we're going to place the mark on Dark because that's how we have fun. After which, the most important thing to do when it comes to Imperial Troopers is to just get that first kill out, right? So I'm focusing on what I consider to be the weakest unit, which is IG-88. Once he is gone, things become a bit easier. We've used 1 special so far. With Death Trooper, we can just go ahead and throw Death Mark on Boba Fett. That's 2 specials. And we could do the AoE, but I don't actually think it's necessary. So I'm just going to basic here, basic here, basic. Basic will call in. Boom, boom. Another person dead. Fantastic. Next up, I'm focusing on Zam, because she's also quite weak. There's no point in us focusing on Dengar, because as soon as we hit him, he's going to go into stealth. So let's just now go into basic with the Imp Troopers. We should have built up enough stats of Emperor's Trap that we just do magnificent damage. As you can see, the enemy really didn't stand much of a chance here. They just kind of get wrecked. Very, very easy. And that was us successfully galactically challenged. Your boy Scribble was also incredibly galactically challenged in his last round of GAC. Check out my video coverage of it here where you watch me lose my proverbial mind. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.